Hello, so I'm just getting out of the shower. I've been wanting to try this Diva Curl line. So yeah, I've had this on hand for a few months. I wanted to try this in the summer, but here we are in October, you know. Yeah, I went on my few trips, so yeah, I basically had my hair braided down and I was wearing a wig, so yeah, I wasn't really able to take care of my hair as much as I wanted. So yeah, I've been having a bit of shedding, tangles, but yeah, I wanted to give this Diva Curl line a try. Oh, yeah. Guess they have like 3B curls, and then they have more like kind of like wavy-ish hair. So yeah, it says the essential starter kit for medium to coarse waves, curls, and coils. So yeah, comes with the Diva Curl No Poo, Diva Curl 1 Condition Original, Diva Curl Styling Cream, and Diva Curl Light Defining Gel. So yeah, I just washed my hair. So yeah, I have the Diva Curl No Poo Original. It says Zero Lather Cleanser for rich moisture, for dry, medium to coarse curls, ultimate curl flexibility. And then I have the Diva Curl 1 Condition Original for dry, medium to coarse curls. And it just says rich cream conditioner. So yeah, I mean, first impression, I'm not amazed or anything, but I'm pretty impressed with the Diva Curl No Poo. It kind of felt like a watery conditioner. Yeah, it was pretty slippery. I didn't try to detangle with it because I normally don't detangle with shampoo, so I don't know how that would have went. I don't feel like it had enough slip to be a detangler, a good detangler. But yeah, it was slippery, but it felt more watery than conditioner. And then for the 1 Condition, when I first started using it, it didn't feel as slippery as a like a regular conditioner, like at the drugstore with that sort of formula. So yeah, I started using more and more. I used this whole bottle. I used about 75% of this. So yeah, I don't have the thickest hair, and it's also, the strands are fine. So yeah, that's not good for tangles, but yeah, anyways, this, you know, it did detangle my hair. I did use quite a bit. So yeah, it felt lighter than a drugstore conditioner, and it didn't feel as slippery. But yeah, it got the job done. It got through the tangles equal, or I'd say actually a bit better than a drugstore conditioner. And I used less conditioner than I normally would with a drugstore conditioner, but yeah, this was all that I had. But yeah, it worked fine, this amount. So yeah, the results are my hair is detangled. It feels lighter than it normally would with drugstore brands. It doesn't feel as weighed down. So yeah, that's definitely a positive. It's a good sign. There's still a little bit of tangles in here, but yeah, that's normal. It did a pretty good job of detangling my hair. Yeah, I'm gonna take this towel off. It's getting a little warm. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some styling. Okay, so I have this Diva Curl styling cream. It says touchable, moisturizing definer, medium to coarse curls. It says get Totally touchable style. This rich cream with a Hydra definition blend provides medium to coarse curls with shape, frizz control, and no crunch finish. Okay, and then I have the Diva Curl Light Defining Gel. So it says soft hold, no crunch styler. Hold level for all curls. It says rub between palms, scrunch into soaking wet curls, do not rinse, style as usual. Once fully dry, shake at the root and scrunch to soften the cast. Okay, alright, so I'm going to put these two in, then I'm going to run my denim brush through my hair, and then see what happens. Okay, so yeah, there's no way I'm going to use all or most of the styling cream and gel. I think there should be more shampoo and conditioner, but you know, what have you. Okay, so yeah, my hair is all brushed out. It's all detangled, so yeah, it has shrunk up a lot, but let's see how this turns out. So yeah, it says, once fully dry, shake at the root and scrunch to soften the cast. So we'll see how this turns out. So yeah, it does feel a little like there's a hard cast on there. So yeah, I'm just gonna let my hair fully dry up and see how this turns out. I'm just gonna let it air dry. I was gonna diffuse it, but Diva Curl has its own custom diffuser. I was like, look at that. If this works out, maybe I'll think of getting it, but yeah, I just have hair blow dryer from the drugstore, and I have a diffuser with it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let my hair air dry because I wanted to talk about my experience, things I've personally experienced with colorism, featurism, texturism. So yeah, as far as colorism, I haven't really experienced that much myself to do with colorism. Like, you know, outside of offline, I wasn't really, aware of this sort of thing. The most I experience is like, sometimes black guys will refer to me as like high yellow or light skin on the street, but yeah, it doesn't really bother me that much. Like, I don't think they're trying to be rude or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, no one has really called out my skin color. I've never really been attacked for my skin color. I did have a Indian friend. She would sometimes, bring up skin color. She would say to me that I'm white. And like one time she made a comment, she was like joking, trying to be funny. She was like, I'm black trash and you're white trash. So, to her it seems like dark equal black and light equaled white. She was just, brown skin, like you think of like an average Indian or South Asian person. But yeah, I've been around and I've had, friends from all races. I've had black friends, mixed friends, Indian friends, Middle Eastern friends, Hispanic friends. No one really ever brought up my skin color, except for, my Indian friend I just talked about. But yeah, other than that, I've, in real life, no one ever mentioned, I never really discussed skin color or anything like that. And as far as my own personal feelings, when I was a kid, I always kind of thought I was like, I guess, darker than I actually am. I thought that I was like really tan. So because my mom, she would, tell me that I'm black. So I associated that, with black people. So I thought that, when I was really young, like elementary school, I thought that I was like more tan than I actually was. So that led to me not really appreciating my skin tone, but I didn't like have a problem with it either. And by like high school, there was a trend, the tan trend. I kind of wanted to be like tanner for a little bit, but I kind of got over that quickly. I kind of just started to embrace what I have and everything, whereas before, like prior to high school, I didn't really think about it too much. I had a good self-esteem. In elementary school, by middle school, I started thinking a little bit more about these things, but like by high school, middle school, high school, I started thinking a little bit more about these things. And really by like high school, but by 10th grade, by the time I was 15, I kind of got over it, and I was kind of like, oh, embrace what I have, so yeah, I started appreciating my skin tone, my mix, and everything like that. As far as like eye color and hair color, no one's ever said anything to me about my hair color and eye color. I have darker features. I have dark brownish hair and I have brown eyes. As far as my personal views, when I was in elementary school, I kind of had a phase where I favored like blonde hair and blue eyes. I think maybe because my mom, my mom has blue eyes, she has blonde hair, and then a lot of kids that I went to school with, they were blonde hair, blue eyed. There's a lot of Swedish, Norwegian, German immigration here in Minnesota. So, but I liked it, but I don't really think I liked it for myself. I didn't really think of myself in that way, and that was for a short time. And then, I kind of forgot about that. And then by high school, by like 9th grade, and I told about this before, I started becoming more self-aware, about race and things like that. And, I would see, I knew a couple other biracials, and they had the tanner skin, the lighter hair, the colored eyes, and I never thought of having a different eye color. I think like blue eyes or like hazel eyes would be cool, but overall I think I prefer my brown eyes. I think that they suit me. Like it's kind of like dark and mysterious, I think that's more my pace, rather than blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes, whatever. So yeah, but I did think like, oh, I want lighter hair and tanner skin to go with it, for a time. That was like I believe it was like 8th grade, 9th grade, something like that. So, but yeah, again, you know, that was a passing phase. It didn't last very long. You know, I embraced my darker features because I got into like golf stuff, and you know, they like dark hair and stuff. So yeah, and I was like into Evanescence, Amy Lee. You know, she has jet black hair or whatever. So yeah, I was like, oh, you know, this is the way to be. You know, but yeah, by the time, you know, I finished high school and everything, you know, I embraced, you know, what I had pretty much. Just because that's how I was born, basically, you know, that's how I see that. Okay, then colorism, texturism, featurism. Texturism is next. So, yeah, my experience with texturism. So, yeah, I've experienced some texturism. So, yeah, I talked about this before. I was born with kind of, you know, more straighter hair. Yeah, we get a bit frizzy, but yeah, for the most part, my hair started becoming more curly and unruly about when, you know, I was a kid, like 7, 8, somewhere around there. So, yeah, my mom, she would kind of complain about, you know, the upkeep, the maintenance of it. It was more about, you know, like maintaining it rather than, you know, the actual texture. And then, yeah, by high school, you know, I started doing my own thing. I would normally just throw my hair like in a bun or something easy like that, you know. No one ever commented on it during that time. I would sometimes wear it out, you know. It would just be like frizzy, like big hair. But yeah, no one really said anything. And then my mom, she took me to get a relaxer. I think I was like 17, 18. You know, I was getting ready to go to college or something like that. So, I mean, that wasn't my idea. She just thought, you know, it'd be a good idea because she didn't think I knew how to manage it. So I wasn't really keen on the idea of getting a relaxer, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I had a relaxer when I was like 18 or whatever. I didn't like it personally. So, yeah, I just grew it out. But, yeah, I mean, I liked how my hair looked relaxed, but I don't like the idea of chemicals. And, you know, I kind of just want my own hair there, you know, how it grows out of my head. But, you know, my time in college, I would pretty much wear my hair out. And, yeah, I got a few comments here and there, you know. I would say, you know, well-meaning. I don't think they meant any harm. It was just their reaction to something they don't usually see. But, yeah, you know, I would just wear my hair out. You know, it'd be frizzy, I guess. I kind of prefer the frizzy look over the curly look. The curly look can look good too, but, you know, I don't mind the frizzy look. You know, to some people it looks messy or unkempt or whatever, but, you know, I think it kind of suits me, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, I did get, you know, some reactions from people. Like, I remember one time I had my hair out and it was kind of just frizzy. It looked cute to me. It was like pretty big, like I had just had it in braids and I took it out and, you know, it got all like kind of puffy. It looked cute to me. But yeah, I think it was like one of the administrators or something at the school that I was at. She was like, "Whoa, it looks like you got electrocuted or something like that," she said. But yeah, but then another person told me I looked like Marilyn Monroe or something. So, you know, I liked it. What can you do? And then another time, while I was living in a dorm, there was this black girl, and I think she was like Jamaican or something. I don't think she was from here. But yeah, she had on, you know, straight hair, and my hair was just out natural. And she was like trying to give me tips, you know, in like a subtle, nice way. It must have looked off or something to her, but yeah, she was just trying to give me tips, you know. She was like, why don't you do this or that? I think she was telling me about braids or something like that, but you know, whatever. I mean, she wasn't like mean or anything, but you know. And then another time, there was this other girl. I think she was black, or maybe she was mixed. She was like really light, but I think she was black. And she was asking about my hair, and she was like, don't you want your hair like that? And she was pointing to another black girl, and she had on, you know, that straight long hair. It was obviously fake. And, you know, I was just like, you know. And then another time, I was at a bus stop, and I was waiting for the bus. There was some interesting people. They were black. So, yeah, there was this black guy. He asked me, are you black? You know, and then one of the ladies, I was kind of standing by the bus stop sign, and they were like sitting, you know, how they have those little shelters at the bus stop. They were like sitting over there, and she was like, you can tell she's black with all that nappy hair. So, yeah, that happened. Well, anyways, the black guy, he was just like, he was giving me a spiel. He was like on his soapbox, like talking about like the white man and all this stuff, whatever. So, yeah. Anyways, and I'm trying to think, you know, was there anything else? Yeah, I can't really think of much else that was, you know, more on the negative side of things. You know, just, you know, a few black people. There was also like this black guy who was trying to hit on me or whatever. My hair was natural, and you know, I was just trying to get out of there, but he was like, oh, you were so pretty and all this stuff. And he was like, but your hair, we need to get you a brush for your hair. And then he's like, or we can put some braids in it. He was saying some stuff like that. So yeah, that was all pretty much in my college days, you know, late teens, early 20s, mid 20s and on. People haven't really said anything to me about hair or anything like that. And, you know, from that time at work, you know, on the job and stuff like that, I would just put my hair back or put on a wig because I didn't really want to deal with, you know, styling, upkeep every day, you know. I just put my hair in a protective style. So, yeah, I would do that. Oh, and there was this one lady I used to work with. She was a couple of years older than me. She was Indian. We did become friends. And so she would see me all the time with, you know, wig on. So, yeah, I remember one time, you know, we went out, and I don't think she really ever saw, like, my hair natural, but, yeah, she was not a fan. So I was going to wear my hair out natural, and she was like, and she just thought I looked messy or something like that. You know, I guess she wasn't used to seeing natural hair, and she's like, oh, you need to put on your hair. So, yeah, I thought that was, like, just off the wall, you know. So, yeah, I don't consider that lady a good friend, obviously. Like, I pretty much cut her off, but, yeah, that happened. But, yeah, other than that, the most I've gotten from people about my hair have been white and mostly black. Yeah, mostly black people, but they're not really like mean about it or anything like that. They're just like trying to be helpful or something. That's the sense that I get. But yeah, I don't really, like, I've had, you know, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, different types of friends, and they never really said anything. And then, it was a couple white people that made some comments, but yeah, mostly black people. But yeah, aside from that one Indian lady that I worked with, yeah, she had a lot of issues, but that's a different story. Yeah, I guess, the other people, they're trying to be like respectful, maybe they don't really understand, but I guess white people and black people feel more comfortable making comments because I'm a part of them. But yeah, there's also been black people and white people that it seems like they feel like they're on eggshells or something and they don't really want to say anything. So yeah. And yeah, I had another friend as well. She was from the Ukraine, and yeah, I met her at work, and yeah, I was over at her place. We were gonna go out, so yeah, I was getting ready at her place, and yeah, when I was done in the bathroom, she thought that I was curling my hair because she thought my wig was my hair because she only saw me at work where I put on a wig. She thought that was my hair, and she said, "Oh, how did you curl your hair so fast?" So yeah, I mean, she didn't have a negative opinion on it or anything. She just thought I did that on, I did my hair like that on purpose. I was like, no, that's just how my hair is. But yeah, I don't really get anything from Hispanic people or Middle Easterns or, and we have a good amount of Somalians and Ethiopians here in Minnesota. Somalians they're usually Muslim, so the women wear hijabs, they cover their hair. But yeah, a lot of the Ethiopians here, they're Christian. So yeah, they wear their hair out, and they have some of the most gorgeous hair that I've seen, And they wear their hair frizzy, and there's some curls in there, but they just wear it out, natural and frizzy. And I think it looks gorgeous. We're here in the US, people try to make their hair curly. But they just wear their hair frizzy. I mean, I think it looks fabulous to me. It looks magnificent. So, yeah, I've met a lot of Ethiopian women. They wear their natural hair. It's big and frizzy. It looks gorgeous to me, Yeah, the first time I met an Ethiopian, I thought that she was Indian, but she had like really frizzy hair. So I was like, that's unusual, but yeah, she wasn't Indian, she was Ethiopian. So, the prevailing idea, stereotype, is that biracials or light-skinned people, we don't deal with any issues with our hair. Everyone just likes our hair. Yeah, I'm here to tell you that's not true at all. Some people don't really like curly hair at all. And my hair is like 3C, so that's kind of like in between like an afro texture and curly. So yeah, I've dealt with a lot of things with my hair. It wasn't all easy breezy, that some people like to stereotype. That goes for manageability and other people's responses. So yeah, as far as my personal thoughts on my hair, I never ever had a problem with my hair. I just wanted to wear my hair out however it looked. I like straight hair and braids and stuff too, but as far as preference, I just like my hair how it grows out of my head. So yeah, I never really wanted like, I need that polished curly look. I was never on that bandwagon. I do like how curly hair looks if the curls are a bit bigger. I have a bit smaller curls. So me personally, when curls are small, I like a bit of frizz to it. I just prefer how it looks that way. So yeah, I never had any issues. My hair, it gets tangled, whatever, I just detangle it, do what I need to do. I don't have any issue with my hair. However it looks, it's me. So on to Featurism. So yeah, I don't have that much for this one. So on to Featurism. I don't really have that much for this one. I don't feel like my features are black. I don't feel like they're fully white. I feel like I have pretty ambiguous features. My nose is kind of like on the smaller side, but it's kind of like in between African and European. And then my lips are full, but they're not the fullest lips. So, you know, again, I feel like they're kind of in between. So, yeah, no one's really said anything to me about my features at all. I think I've gotten that I have a white person's nose. Yeah. I can't really think of much. As far as what I thought when I was a kid in school, I kind of thought my lips were too full, you know, because I was surrounded by people with, you know, European people. They have thinner lips usually. So, I mean, they usually had thinner lips than I have, you know. My lips are full, but I guess they're like medium. So, yeah, like my lips are like my dad's. My mom's lips. My mom doesn't have the thinnest lips, but yeah, I would say they're thin. And yeah, I kind of thought that like, oh, I think I would look better with thinner lips, like a little bit cuter, but you know, I still look cute with full lips, so it's like whatever. You know, but yeah, like I said, that was a passing phase I went through when I was a kid. You know, I fully embrace my features and what I have, you know, skin color, hair texture, features. So yeah, when I was a kid, there were these dolls. They were called Bratz dolls. I think they're still around. I don't think I had any Bratz dolls. I was more of a Barbie girl, but yeah, I had, you know, some kids I went to school with around the neighborhood. They had Bratz dolls we would play with sometimes, and you know, they had the big full lips, and like I felt like I had the features of a Bratz doll. So like, oh, these are, you know, the features of a Bratz doll. So, you know, these are the features you're supposed to have, you know. But that's not true either. So, but yeah, those were my experiences with colorism, texturism, and featurism. I think I did that out of order. I think I wanted to do it colorism, featurism, texturism, but whatever. You know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna let my hair dry up a bit and just shake it out a bit per the directions, and then see what I have going on with the Diva Curl line. So yeah, I am gonna step away and come back in a bit. So yeah. So I'm back. My hair is dry. I shook it out a little bit. So yeah, I got a little frizzy. I don't think I put enough product. I'm never sure how much product I should put. So yeah, I think I need like more hold, like more gel. But yeah, overall, not too shabby. It works a little bit better than drugstore, but I mean, is it worth going out the way and spending all the extra money? I don't really know. I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I'm pretty much out of the shampoo or no poo and conditioner, but yeah, I do have styling products left, so I'll use that up. Next time I'll use a bit more and see how it works. But yeah, at this point I liked it, but not enough to go, you know, all the way to Sephora, pay the extra bucks. I don't think it's worth all of that, but yeah.